good day to you viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Now, collectors often find single copies of this record, Selecta record. I've never seen anything other than this title on a Selecta record. Now I've got the set of 3 records, there may be more, but I think there are just 3. You often find odd ones. But this is the set, and we're going to do the whole lot, all 6 sides. Owd Shuttleworth, The Tackler on Holiday. Parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Spoken by Walter Greenhalgh, Comedian. Produced by Selecta Gramophones Limited, London. It's a very primitive recording, so how they did it, I don't know. Here we go. I'll turn over when I get to the end of each side.
Owd Shuttleworth, the tackler on holiday. Owd Shuttleworth is a tackler. He was talking to a friend of his one day, and he said, "I know, Jack, my wife's all right, only she's too much of a gimme." "What does the mean, be a gimme?" inquired Jack. "Well, I know it's always gimme this and gimme that. She wouldn't be content till she got me to buy a motorbike and sidecar. And first time we went to Blackpool, we're just getting to Preston when Bobby puts up his hands and he pulls us up. 'What's to do?' I said. 'Where's your number plate?' inquired the policeman. Well, I looked round, I were flabbergasted. 'Number plate be blowed,' I said. 'Where's wife and sidecar?' I went back about 3/4 of a mile and I found her all right, and we gets to Blackpool. And I pulls up at a big pub there, just going in, and I said to a chap, 'Can I put motorbike and sidecar up here?' He says, 'Well, we haven't a garage, but we've plenty of stables.' 'Oh,' I said, 'all right, a stable will do.' I said, 'How much do you charge?' He says, 'Well, we generally charge a shilling a horse.' 'All right,' I said, 'I'll pay this. This here motorbike's 3.5 horse, so if I give thee 3 and 6 with be straight.' We went there and we pulled a cook shop, and I said to the lass, 'What have you for dinner?' She says, 'We've roast beef, potatoes and peas and carrots.' I said, 'Well, I'll have carrots because peas they always roll off me knife.' So his wife looked as black as thunder, so we come outside and we bought some of that dear waterproof stuff with on us, Macintoshes, and by gum it's sticky stuff. I just ate a mouthful of it, and when we were at Sands I started to cough, and my toffee flew out. I was scraping about in sand, and wife says, 'What are you looking for?' I said, 'I've lost a mouthful of toffee.' Why, she says, 'If I find it, it'll be full of sand and no use to this.' Oh, I said, 'Word it, they don't bother.' I said, 'My teeth stuck in it.' But I'll tell you what it is. She thinks she's smart, Jack, that's my wife. But what does she think who did? Now, this is better than any tackler's tale I've ever heard in their life. Just when we were leaving Blackpool, we get 2 farms of tripe. Then I say, as we were going back for back, and I know it was lovely tripe and all. I've never had any nicer tripe in my life. So lovely and tender it was. Not like some tripers that buys, the longer they chews it, the bigger it goes. And I was just saying to the wife how tender mine was, and she said to me, 'Well, mine's stringy.' I said, 'I don't know how that can go down stringy. He cut it off same piece as he cut mine off, and mine's lovely.' And then I turns to her and I says, 'Well, by gum, I still never had on it tripe before. It might well be stringy. Thou wants to lift the veil up before thou shucks tripe in.'
Right, on to the other side, viewers. I think we've guessed what it's going to be like, this record. Or set of records. Here we go.
Owd Shuttleworth, the tackler at home. Owd Shuttleworth, along with his wife, was sitting by the kitchen fire one night. He was in a gloomy mood, and the silence was broken by him saying, 'Each time one of us was dead, the cat turned towards him and meowed. Hey, I don't mean thee.' Then his wife turned towards him and said, 'Well, I hope that doesn't mean me.' Well, he said, 'I don't mean myself.' Then turning to his wife, he said quite seriously, 'Now, lass, there's one question I'd like to ask thee, and I don't want thee to think I was on me fraction of this here question. It's all right, Bill, what does you want to know? I'll tell thee out as I can. Well, want to know when time comes, where would you like to be buried? Well, I'm glad that asked me, Bill. And seeing as thou wants to know, I'll tell thee where I'd like to be buried. On top of these. Shuttleworth started a small poultry farm with about 200 hens. He came home one day and he told his wife that he got Joe Higgins to look after the hens for him. So the wife said, well, if they're paying Joe Higgins any wage, there'll be naught left out of hens. Oh, I'm not paying him any wage, he's getting no brass. I'm only giving him oats eggs. Shuttleworth came home one night and he said to his wife, hast thou gone to bed, lass? She said, aye. Well, he said, it's funny, the kitchen's all in darkness, what about me supper? So she called down and said, well, I've got some bread and butter at table for thee, and there's some watercress in slopstone. All right, he says, I'll manage, stop where they are. So he got down to his supper and went to bed. The following morning, his wife was first downstairs, and she noticed the watercress still in the sink. So she called up and said to him, well, I didn't take that watercress last night. Yeah, he said, add it to me supper, it were lovely. Nay, she says, I can't have eaten it, it's all here, it's slopstone. Hey, but he said, I cleaned every bit of it up. She says, there's done now to show it, that didn't kill this bluebells.
Right, on to parts 3 and 4. Make sure that's the right one. Yes, it is.
Hello, Bill. Is that Dee? That doesn't know what I'm laughing at. I've just been talking to Joe Higgins, and he's been telling me about papering their parlour. His wife said he could get it done for about 38 shillings. Joe says I'm paying out like that. I'll do it myself for that price. Thee go and buy paper and I'll put it on, all right. So when we landed home for laundry, Joe says, now lass, how does it look? So she looks round and says, by gum, it looks champion. But that pattern does seem to stand off a long way. So Joe looks and says, aye, they're right, lass, it does, and it might wheel stand off. I'm forgetting to take pictures there. Well, of course, them all shorts than those. Of course, they never did it, it's a wheel. I was going down the street the other day, and I meets Joe. Where'd you going, Shuttleworth, he says. I said, I'm going to doctors. I said, I don't like look at my wife. He says, by gum, I'll come with you, for I hate seat of mine. He's done a few smart tricks in his time as Joe. To the morning, as I were going to my work, I passed their house, then and I sees Joe on his knees rooting on the front door with a steel 2-foot. What's up, I says. Hello, Shuttleworth, is that thee? What does you think I've done? I'm in a mess. I've shoved tea on the door bottom and I've forgotten to lock door. Well, I says, don't bother the head about that. Just chuck a handful of gravel at bedroom window and whack missus and tell her to come down and shove it back again. I said, did I tell thee about him t'other Saturday night? He'd been at club and getting a bit fresh than all. And as he were going home, he bought about 3 pound of sausage and gets that tram, puts his sausages on seat, and a young woman gets in and plonks down on Joe's sausage. He lets her sit there for a few minutes, and then he says to her, excuse me, miss, do you play golf? Who says, no, I don't play golf. Oh, says Joe, you don't play golf. Are you not fond of golf? No, she says, I'm not fond of golf. Oh. Well, do you mind getting up off the links, he says. Well, by gum, who jumps up there and then and gets off, and the top of a chap gets in the nose and sits beside Joe. Joe looks at this chap and says, hello, I know thee. He never goes, Joe, the nose. So Joe tackles him again and he says, does the nose I know thee? So this stuff says, speaking fine like, I don't know you. And what's more, I don't wish to know you. Oh, that doesn't. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Does you know as my wife does your washing? No. I don't know that your wife does our washing. And what's more, I don't wish to know anything further. Oh, that doesn't. No. Oh, well, I'm going to tell you something. Dost thou know, as my wife's been walking with scholars today, thy wife's jumper, and today, this is one of thy white shirts as I'm wearing. Dost thou know that?
Right, on to the other side. And that's an electrical recording. How strange. Here we go.
Shuttleworth and family decided to go to Blackpool for a holiday. His wife said to him, "If I was able, I wouldn't go to Blackpool with me clogs as I'd always done. Go and buy yourself a pair of boots. Each time as I had a pair shame with you clogs." Well, that's it. Clogs has been good enough for me all my life. But if I wants me to start dressing up, well, I'll buy a pair of boots. On arriving at the shop, the assistant inquired the size he took. Shuttleworth remarked, "I don't know. I've never worn boots before, I know, but I've seen a pair hung up outside as I rather fancy." So the assistant hooked the boots down and gave them to him to try on. Shuttleworth remarked, aye, them's very comfortable, they fit champion. Just lace them up and then I shall be able to know greatly. These'll do, they'll do. They can wrap me clogs up, how much did they say? So he paid for the boots and started for home. It was very late when he arrived. His wife was standing at the front door, wondering why he was so late, when she heard strange footsteps approaching. "Is that thee, Bill?" she inquired. "Whatever's to do?" "The mark we likes whatever's to do. They'll get me your boots no more. I can no but stride about 3 inches at once. Come in and let's have a look at." "Why," she says, "thou'rt a fool. Thou's walked all this way and thou hasn't chanced to cut string as fastens the boots together." Joe Higgins was asking Shuttleworth how he managed to have a holiday every year. He said, "I don't know how thou does it, Bill. There's thee and Mrs. and 4 children. You go every year and there's no but me and Mrs. and we can't manage it. What is to do?" So Shuttleworth said, "Oh, it's easy. Every Friday when I draw my wage, I go and pop 10 bob at post office. And then at the end of the year, I've something like £25 to draw." "Right," says Joe, "I'll try that." At the end of the year, the Shuttleworths were preparing for their annual, when Higgins, rather excited, came in and said, "Has to getting the money out at post office?" "Aye," said Shuttleworth, "I got it last night." "Oh," said Higgins, "that's funny. I've not gotten mine. Why did you not do what I told you?" "Of course I did. I went every Friday and put a 10 bob note in where they puts letters, and when I go to draw it, nobody knows nought about it." Mrs. Shuttleworth and children left home for Blackpool the day before Shuttleworth, and on arriving at the booking office, she gave the eldest boy the money and told him to get the ticket. He put the money on the ledge and he said to the booking clerk, "I want 4 halves to Blackpool, 1 ticket for my mother, 1 ticket for bassinet, and 1 ticket for dog." The booking clerk said, "Dost thou not want a monkey ticket and all, lad?" He says, No, my father isn't going till tomorrow."
Right, on to the 5th side. Post office accounts, bassinets. What sort of world was it, viewers? Young people don't know they're born today. Right, here we go with side number 5.
"Hello, everybody. Owd Shuttleworth calling. I'm here again. I have something to tell you and all. I've got one of them wireless sets, and you know my pal Joe Higgins? Well, he come to help me to fix me aerial to chimney stack. I've never laughed as much since we buried my eldest brother. He were on slates and I was carrying the ladder away when he shouts out, "Hey, don't take that ladder away." I said, "I have done." He says, "Well, put it back again, I'm halfway down." Well, he looked as black as thunder when he landed, and we went inside to listen in. I tuned in and put the earphones on and says, "Come to hero." He nodded his head. I said, "I can't, it's funny. Give us them earphones again." Well, I said, "I can hear it all right. Here, listen." Now then, can't you not hear it? Eh? That what? I can hear now for that blessed band. Well, my earphones dropped on the floor, and as I picked them up, I said, "By gum, Joe, I'm getting lumbago." He says, I'm surprised that they're bothering with them foreign stations. I can't tell a word they say when they gets one. I didn't tell you about taking Joe to London to see Blackburn Rovers win the English Cup, did I? He never seen a football match before, and when players come on, he said, who was yon chap standing in yon gateway with gloves on? I says, yon Scroford, Rovers goaler. Oh, he says, does he wear them gloves so he'll not dirty ball with his hands? I said, no. I said, Rovers have to kick ball through this goal, and I said, Huddersfield have to kick it through yon, and I said, them two goalers have to stop them. Oh, they have to stop them, have they? Well, what do they want with them nets on for then? Well, there were two chaps stood beside Joe, and as soon as Roscamp kicked off, they get excited and they shouted, play up, Rovers, and they were charging and punching and jumping about. Well, Joe stood it as long as he could, and then he says, hey, what's your two trying on we're jumping about? We jump about if we want. What's it to do with thee? Well, not so much, but you might jump about on your own feet a bit. You've been jumping on mine since match started, eh? And I'll tell you another thing. Next time you all come to a football match, you want to bring a couple of dolly tubs and stand inside them. One of these here chaps gets a bit nasty with Joe, and he says, hey, does to know who they're talking to? Joe says, no, and another thing, I don't care either. Does I know a 17-stone champion wrestler of Huddersfield? Well, with that, Joe gets out of him, and he has him on the railings in a tick. Aye. And he says, I neither know or care what the weight is. He says, we don't bother to weigh him at Blackburn.
Right onto the last side. Oh dear, just in time too.
You know, Joe Higgins and his wife don't get on so well together, don't you? He told me the other day he got a portable talking machine at home. Oh, I said, how much did to pay for it? He said, no, I married it. He was telling his wife about a dream he'd had. So she said, and what did you dream? He said, I dreamt I saw a chap running away with thee. Well, then what did you do? I asked him what he were running for. They went to Blackpool on their holidays and went to Tower to see lions. There were some children in front of the cage, and all at once Lion opened his mouth and began to roar. Joe's wife says, what a mouth he has. What a gash. Look at them teeth, aren't they awful? They're like the Anakies, aren't they? Come on, let's be going, I'm feeling nervous. I said, Joe, I'm just thinking, supposing he smashes them bars down and gets out, who would to save first, Childer or me? He said, me. Come on, let's go and have some oysters. And he kept on swallowing oysters and saying, go on up and another dozen. And then he'd have another till he were up to knees in shells. There were one big oyster, it were as big as a soup plate. So Joe says, how much for that big fella there? So chap said, well, I'd rather keep that for an advertisement like. But if they want it, I can have it for a shilling. Hand him here, he says, this is just about my weight. Well, he kept trying to swallow it and rustling weird, and he couldn't out weird, and he says, by gum, I can't manage this, it's too big for me. I'm not surprised, chap said, for that fourth that's tried to swallow it this morning. Did you hear about Joe's wife going to a mother's meeting? And woman who was speaking said, is there any woman here who feels she'd like to mother a husband? So Joe's wife jumped up and who said, aye, I would. So this woman said, I'm very pleased to find there's at least one woman here who feels she'd like to mother a husband. Mother a husband? Oh, I thought you said smother a husband. She bought one of them there gate-leg tables, you know, and she sent Joe to the shop to fetch it home. And shopman said, yeah, we're just going to send it up. Oh, he says, don't bother, I can carry it. And he starts off with table on his head. About an hour after, the shopman hears such a crash on the shop floor and finds Joe wiping his face, table wrong side up. He said, what's to do as you brought it back again? Well, he said, to tell you the truth, it's heavier than I thought it were. I carried it till I couldn't carry it any further, so I float it back again.
Well, there we are. And that's all 6 sides. With the first one was acoustic, the other 2 were electric. I think there were at least 2 different performers there. Oh well, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye. On to the Christmas records.